Good afternoon, salutations, whatnot. um, as you may be able to tell from how it's looking now, it's a gloriously sunny afternoon in Glasgow. The time is currently 10 minutes past 2 in the afternoon. So I am saying good afternoon, but by the time this goes up, it may just be evening. Midweek waffle? What have we got to talk about? Oh dear, what have we got to talk about? Disillusionment. Oh, just. I kind of shared a post. Well, not kind of. I did share a post. I shared a post earlier today on the blog about just how I'm over like suffering, the endless kind of, you know, it's just whinge. It's just a whinge fest all the time. I know there's nothing else going on. There's not really a lot else for us to talk about. We can't talk about gigs. We can't talk about new music because, oh well, he talked about there being, new music coming out at the end of last year, but there's been nothing spoken about it since. God knows when that will see the light of day. I get that people are like probably just struggling for different things to talk about, so why not just keep quiet? I don't know. Instead of going treading over the same old fucking ground over and over again, like, hey, the band lineups change and they're not Simple Minds anymore, and really it's just Jim and Charlie, and it's just fucking, it just drives me nuts. I'm so disillusioned with the fan base right now. I'm staying, I say I'm staying clear of stuff. I mean, I'm not really inputting anything to the fan pages because I hardly go there. I get notifications of new posts when they've been approved, and then I just prepare myself for like, oh, it's going to be more of the same. It's going to be just some question just asked in slightly different wording. We'll just go over the same old fucking shit again and again. I mean, the only thing I put up, and I did that with trepidation, honestly, because I just think, oh, I know what it was like. I know what it was like when she was with the band. So, I love Catherine and I love her work, but and I want to like plug her stuff and but it just feels like there's no point because it's just, I know there's people who I am friends with who just, and I just think, well, it's your choice, You don't have to like everything, but some people can be really just not nice. And it's uncalled for, I don't I don't do that unless a person is really like very, and we're talking about a politician or something. We're talking about Boris, and I'll be like, yeah, the guy's a dick. you know. Um, but I don't sit around like just, I don't give off this vitriol about people who I'm not overly keen on. I'm not sitting around. people are just people seem to be glorified trolls to me these days. I mean, nobody. Where's the good gone? Where's the good aspect of social media? Where's it gone? It just seems to be like people just going, "Ugh." It's just verbal diarrhea. What was it that um, Stephen Fry used this term that I bloody loved when he first said it, and he called it arse gravy. People just spew a whole bunch of arse gravy out of their mouths. It's just, yeah. So I'm really over smog right now. Again, I just go through this thing of like when smog came along, I was like, okay, that's really great, but it sounds really exclusive. Like this, we will wade through the comments and the posts that come in, and we'll pick out the best ones. I'm like, okay, that's not sounding very, all encompassing and all embracing, is it? And then subsequently it kind of showed itself to be like that until such a time where whoever was running it initially just went, oh, this can't be bothered with this thing. Hand it over to the band or whatever how happened, I don't know. And then we ended up with admins running it. I can't praise Gordon MacRae enough for what he turned it into. I mean, he basically turned it into what his own personally ran fan group, Simple Minds International. It's just become an extension of that, really. Yes, so thank God for the turnaround. Whoever it was who decided to give Gordon, and probably to a lesser degree, I don't know how much he's involved in it, Simon Cornwall, both of them being admins of it. Good choice. I suppose in a roundabout way, I was putting my hand up in the early days to go like, this is not how this group should be ran. Not that I would have backed myself to be running it or, being an admin for it. I get too disillusioned and too, I would be using a friggin' block button like that's going out of fashion, frankly. People are entitled to their opinions, but I'd just be like, if you're going to say the same shit over and over again, why are you on a fan group? Anyway, the weather. Let's just get off the subject of being disillusioned with fans and all that crap, and there's no news is good news. Is that what they say? And there's nothing going on. Jim's absolutely friggin' AWOL, it's kind of like, why the cat's away, the mice will play. Is that's the wrong way around? I don't know. It's just, I don't know. I know he's kind of putting things up. Well, he's getting his minions to put things up for him. And I really don't get Yeah, I'm sure it's an act of contrarianism. I'm sure it's just, it's just like, tell me what to do, and I'll do things as I like and as I see fit, and etc. And I'm like, I don't know why you're so against the thing. I mean, the Nordoff Robbins thing, it was just such a tiny taster of something that you could just, it's like, give a dog a bone, will you? Fuck! Something, we need something to kind of just hold on to, What the hell is that? Somebody's lost their balloon or something, and I know what the fuck is this thing? Something's flying off in the air. It's not a drone. I don't think it's a drone. It's not. I don't know what the hell it is. If it was a balloon, wouldn't be going at that rate if not. Anyway, also, let's get off that. He can do whatever the fuck he likes, as he likes to remind us so much. So, in the meantime, we just all like twiddle our thumbs and just have to keep faith and be patient and whatnot. I mean, I know there would be spaces in between in time back in yonder. But there wouldn't be that much space in time, albums were coming out like friggin', just like, I don't know, and the tours and things, and I know you can't compare, and I'm now just sounding like a complete hypocrite for what I've just said, but we just need something that helps us keep the faith, helps us just. This is the thing. This was one of the things that was put on Smog, was something that kind of was going like, we're missing it. Let's just, we gotta keep the home fires burning kind of thing, and then it got shat upon, absolutely shat upon with this, like, they're not the band, blah, blah, bullshit, Just good intent gets hijacked by troll fucking life-sucking assholes. I've had enough of it. The weather's nice though. Not that I'm making much of it today, because I'm freaking knackered myself out the previous 2 days. Taking walks to some frolics and back twice, 2 days in a row. Yesterday, coming back from some frolics though, and coming down Carlisle Street. Oh, it's a rat run. It's an absolute rat run. Like, honestly, I mean, and it is this kind of, I don't know why, but it's seen as this kind of, like I say, an absolute rat run. It's rather than, I suppose it's rather than people like driving down and going down Balmoral Road and Saracen Street and getting, going that way. People tend to go down that way. I mean, there's an industrial estate down along there, and the Beams and Tory factory. But there's little else along the road, right? But it is, gets you to Keppoch Hill Road, and it's just, then it's just, I suppose your more direct route to, well, Springburn, like so. it just gets like used crazy, like traffic wise. But it's pothole central, and well, it wasn't even that great for pedestrians either. Like along the um down the pavement, there was this long bit of it which was just completely like almost, yeah, really, it was like I don't know how to describe it. Like I know how I want to describe it, but I can't get the thing out. Like an assault course kind of thing. It's just was in tatters along this bit of the pavement. They've actually worked on that. They've actually like that's how long it's been since I walked down that way. They've actually tarmacked that part of the pavement and cleared that all up, so it's now actually you can walk along the whole bloody street without having this obstacle course. Not salt course, obstacle course to like negate through. um but the road is still just so bad. I'm guessing there's potholes underneath this thing, but there are two massive like flooded bits. So there's one that's, I don't even know what that street is. There's a street that runs off it. What is that street? Let me see. Okay, my bearings. Which way am I? It's that way. No, that's not it. Where am I? Didn't even know where I am. No. Right. So it is. Ah, oh, I didn't realise that. Learn something new every day. I was like, where does it go from being Finless Street to then turning into Carlisle Street? That's because the fork in the road, that is a continue. That doesn't even make any sense. That is the continuation of Finless Street, and then on that way. Okay, so when it forks, and it just past the forking of the road and Finless Street going that way, there is a massive friggin' puddle from a pothole. I don't know. And then there's past the Beams on Tory factory, and as you get towards, well, you're kind of down near towards where you've got the entrance to Cowlairs Park, there's another friggin' massive one. It's got a cone, it even has a cone drowning in it. And the cars come along, and these puddles are so huge that cars give way to each other so they can negate around it without having to just drive through it. Really bad. But yesterday, coming back, I'm trying to think, I'm trying to see even where, it doesn't really show that there is even, there's all that vacant land. Where's the railway track? Pardon me. There's all this like vacant land just past, once you get past the Beams on Tory factory. But I can't even see. Something was there. It doesn't really say anything on the map as to what it was. There was something there because there's like bits of, I don't know, whatever. Like there's a building there that's being long neglected. That's just, yeah, a shell and things. Saw a deer. I've never seen one. I've never seen one. here until yesterday, coming back. Yeah, it's kind of, it was in between. I don't know where this deer came from. It seemed fairly youngish. I wasn't really scared either, because like I know when I've seen deer in Luton, or when I've seen deer elsewhere, back in, southeast England. If you like saw a deer and you stopped and you looked at it, and then deer saw you, it'd be like, oh, you ain't seen me, right? And then they did just go off. Whereas this one yesterday, like we were like, it's a deer, it's a deer. I'm like, how cool is this? And I'm filming it. I'll put the bit of film that I took, filming it, like with the camera following it, and it's just like puts his head up, looking at us, like, yeah, that's cool. At one stage, it was coming towards us. I was like, is this deer gonna come right towards us? This is cool. But I mean, it didn't come that close, but it wasn't timid. It wasn't sort of when it realized that we were watching it and we were stopping and looking at it. It didn't sort of like put its head up and go, "Oh, humans." It just wasn't really bothered at all. It was in between this bit, so like, if I can describe it, Beam Suntory Factory is just here, and then it's just all vacant land along that, and I know that behind it is the track, the railway line from Queen Street coming down to Ashfield behind us here. Yeah, actually it would have been, I think it would be the bit, no, it is that bit, yeah. So it's a bit where, yeah. Sorry. So yeah, it is, isn't it? I'm sorry, I'm questioning it now. Sorry, I'm getting my bearings. I'll work it out. Oh yeah, that's right. Mm. Yeah, so it's a train. The bit of the train track that comes out of Queen Street and stops at Ashfield. It all goes along that bit along there. Um, so it was stuck between those 2 points. So no idea where it would have come from. Whether there is just deer staying in that bit, or perhaps it. Though I never seen deer, I'd have thought. Would you have deer at Sight Hill? I don't know. I have no idea where it would have come from, but I think it was maybe. I meant to look it up to see what deer it would have been. I think it might have been a seeker, or it might have been one of those. Yeah, might have. No, I don't think it was Chinese water deer, was it? What's that? Or it was a muntjac. I'm not sure which one it was. It wasn't a muntjac, wasn't. Was it seeker? Yeah, I think it might have been a seeker deer. Certainly had that white fluffy bum. think it was a seeker deer. I don't know. I'd have to look at the footage again, and obviously it's on there. Don't think it wasn't a muntjac. It wasn't Chinese water deer. I think it was a seeker. Yeah. I'm happy to see my little deer for the first time. I mean, I was thinking, oh yeah, Scotland, I'll be seeing deer all over the place, aren't I? Certainly didn't expect to see one where I did. Yeah, I don't know. I wasn't expecting to see deer in, suburban Glasgow. So it's nice to see one. There was a blackbird with it as well at one point, which is even nicer. Don't get blackbirds, man. I don't know why we don't get blackbirds, but we don't get blackbirds. What else? Oh, we can make this nice and short and sweet, really, because I don't know what else there is to talk about. I have no idea. That's true. Someone sending me a thing and said if cats could text you back, they wouldn't. That's very true. With a couple of hours left, we'll probably almost finishing by the time I put this up, of being able to get Charlie's guitar. Yeah. Got Tim's Twitter listening party tonight for The Art of Losing. So that's all my listening into. What else have we got going on? Be some good weather still for the rest of the week, which, I'll probably do some more with. Nice and sunny for the rest of today anyway. We'll get some good sun tomorrow. And I ran out of laundry liquids. Be catching up with this pile that's still there. It's getting less, but there's some clean stuff piled up on there. But yeah, I did some bedroom yesterday, and it was a beautiful day yesterday. It was taps off, positively taps off. It was lovely. It's feeling nice now too. So yeah, I shall probably just catch up with yet more washing tomorrow. It's another 13 degrees Scorchio taps off day tomorrow. And pretty dry on Friday as well. Looking dry for Saturday. Sunday, oh my god, I'm going to be so able to catch up with all this washing that I have accumulated over the winter. Domesticity, isn't that wonderful? ASAP's been a bit off today. Kind of wasn't feeling very well this morning. He was a bit not himself and didn't want to eat his food this morning, and it was a bit bit wallowing, but he's perked up during the day, but they're both asleep now. They've had their lunch. And just as a precaution, I just gave them biscuits just to make sure that he's gonna be okay. So I wanted to monitor him today, and if he still showed any sign of being bad or feeling bad by tomorrow, I would have contacted the vets and got him in, but he seems to be okay, or getting progressively better during the day. So oh, I must share this review. I must share this review on the Art of Losing, because it was really damn good. God, it was so good. I feel like I'm going to be the last person to review it. Which I didn't want to be. I didn't want to be the last person to review it, but there we go. Because I really do just want to give it proper time. I mean, I did a little, first thoughts and my first listen kind of thing, but there's just so much to kind of take in with it. There's so much to digest. I haven't kind of, I really just want to sit with it and I want to find the one. Can't find this one. Which one was it? Let's check. Which must have shared it on Twitter rather than Facebook. Bear with me, sorry. I hate doing this. But I want to find it because it's just, well, one, she'll share that the Welsh runner who reviewed it while he was running, that was bloody amazing.
You'll know. Is it
Oh
Toblerones
no!
or is
Don't
it
be
singular?
doing that.
Toblerone.
Shush. Oh God. It's been a long while since I was thinking about that last night. Oh my God, the serendipity of that. Serendipity. But I was thinking about that last night, going, I haven't filmed a thing for like ages where, my alarm's gone off and he's waffled over the top. There we go. It wasn't staged. Oh, I can't find it. Was it this one? I think it was this one. I think it was the review on the Quietus. Yeah, this was the one. With guest vocals from James Dean Bradfield and drumming from Sterling Campbell. It's nonetheless Catherine Ann Davies' own production skills that make her second Anchoress album so special, finds Mark Burrows. Oh, the sun's coming in now. Right. Ouch, sings Catherine Ann Davies right at the start of Pistol. This is going to hurt. Any good iconoclast knows to put their manifesto in the first line, and in her persona as the anchoress, Davies is always iconoclastic about her own trauma. She's absolutely right as well. The art of losing really fucking hurts. It hurts more as it goes along. The whole record is a processing plant for rage and pain, sharpening it to a point, adding the cruelest barbs, and driving it into your skin. Deeper it goes, hurting more with every tap of the sonic mallet. Right through the wrists and ankles, right against the rough wood of the cross, right through the side. Every line is a thorn, a nail, the whole lance of fucking Longinus. And you know it. And you know what? You're going to love it, you absolute sadist. By the time you get to 5 a.m., an astonishingly raw piano piece that uses the fluids and viscera left in the aftermath of miscarriage, domestic violence, and sexual assault to illustrate a pain shared by women everywhere, you're going to be a sobbing mess. Amanda Palmer would sell her Instagram followers to have written something this powerful. It's cathartic sobbing, though. You'll feel better for it. Davies is present in three forms here. Spectrum split into her own trinity. First is the confessional singer-songwriter. That's our entry point. She spins a melody and turns a phrase with the best. The record is full of grade A pop earworms, as on the humdinger chorus of Show Your Face, or the nagging refrain of the title track. Her lyrics are confessional and raw at times, but they're also clever. As with her debut Confessions of a Romance Novelist, she knows how to weaponize cliches for effect. And, at one point she rhymes monopoly with existential melancholy, and she's absolutely aware, as a PhD in queer theory and literature, that a portion of her audience is going to crack up at the audacity, the nerve, the gumption. Then there's Davies, the musician. She plays almost everything here, which means the drama and energy of her confessionals are channeled into the playing. She has a light touch as a pianist and an angular attack as a guitarist. The howling middle section of My Confessor, for example, is brutal, and she knows how to serve the song. Finally, there's the Holy Spirit, Davies the producer, and that's probably her greatest asset. As much as you could strip these songs down to piano or guitar and they'd work fine, The Art of Losing works because it has an immaculate sonic identity. It's a dense, dark record that rewards a pair of really good headphones. Davies uses vintage synths and rotating speakers to create unsettling liquid moments, reflecting the warped and distorted moods of her narrative. There's so much delicious drama here. The chilly Boeing Berlin wave that hits with the chorus of The Exchange, the spiky compressed attack of Show Your Face, or the breathing space of the instrumental interludes that divide the record into chapters. To say this is Davies' masterpiece is to suggest she might never better it, so let's not make that assumption. It's certainly someone's masterpiece, though. Possibly yours, if you can bear it. make no bones, this is an astonishing work. All the more so because there are some that will always dismiss a woman like Davies, a leopard-suited, coal-eyed, intellectual glammy who's guested with the manic so often Nicky Wire called her our Tammy Terrell, got Bernard Butler to bust out his Suede era chops for their excellent collaboration in Memory of My Feelings, and to it as a member of Simple Minds. A lesser artist could be ghettoized as an accessory for men. But the fact that her first Mannix collaboration was singing with the Tracy Lords part of a live version of Little Baby Nothing suggests she's well aware of the risks of her perceptions. Writing, performing and producing The Art of Losing should disabuse that notion for good. She's learnt from her mentors, sure, that opening one line as manifesto trick nods to Generation Terrorists, you need your stars. But it's hard to think of another artist who has taken such personal ownership of their material. Davis' fingerprints are on every note here, even if she's doing so via Sterling Campbell's drums or James Dean Bradfield's guitar and voice on the record's most notable guest spots. The Art of Losing has been in the can for a couple of years now, delayed by the pandemic. It's been worth the wait. This is a special record. They don't come along very often. Quotable, immersive, moving, imaginative, delicate and dramatic. A stellar achievement. That is a pretty phenomenal review right there. I have to be able to write a review like that. I wish I could. But yeah, ditto to that. So yeah, sure. Enjoyed the listening party tonight, and I shall share another review in the days to come, not of The Art of Losing, but of the next album I am anticipating the release of. I think it will be very joyous and good. And also, coincidentally, seems to be from the review it has received about loss and grief as well. So we're gonna have a bit of a theme going on here. So the review will be for Field Music's White Flat Moon that's coming out next month. So yeah, it was sounding really good too. And it gave me an idea, but hey, I'm just dreaming at the moment. We'll see. I can only... yeah. I'll say no more. And just go, possible future Preptona talks. I don't know, we'll see. I want to just try and keep the interview thing going along. Possibly. I don't know. How sunny is it? I'm gonna go now. So we've only had 45 minutes worth and not 5 billion hours worth, and we'll see where we are on Sunday and what Sunday holds and etc.